darling, I still think that a wristwatch will be nice for Rosalie. And we can inscribe it 17 jewels for your 17th birthday.
Rosie has 2 watches already. How many wrists does she have?
But they don't work, Jake. One is too fast and one is too slow. Romy.
Already?
All right. So she'll have another watch laying in our bureau.
This one she'll wear.
I'll get it. Hello? Oh, hi, Florence.
36.
No, I'd love to go to the movies with you, but I can't.
92.
Babysitting. The Martins. Because I can use the money, that's why. All right, see you in school tomorrow. Goodbye.
Molly, do you think Rosalie would like to have a sweater with pushed-up sleeves?
Well, it's the age of the sweater girl, then.
Good. So my present is decided. Now the question is, cotton, wool, orlan, decra, nylon, which?
Listen, I can't tell you how to spend your money, David.
Well, just tell me which is the best.
Well, some people say cashmere.
So period. She'll have cashmere.
I'll get it. Hello? Oh, hi, Mildred. Tomorrow afternoon? Mildred, I can't make the sorority meeting tomorrow afternoon. Because I'm tutoring Clarence Barrett in speech. Well, I'm sorry, Mildred. I'm not going to give up 75 cents an hour for a sorority committee. Well, then take me off the committee. I don't care. Goodbye.
Red, black.
Uncle David, I have enough sweaters.
You heard me say sweaters? We're playing cards, Rosalie. I'm talking about my hand. I have 4 black clubs and 3 red hearts.
Uncle David, may I say something, please? I know what you're talking about. My birthday and what to get me. Well, if it's all the same to everybody, what I'd really like is...
Yes, what?
Money.
Money?
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 Well, it shouldn't make any difference to you. Just find out the cost of the present and give me the money.
Rosalie, I don't like that latitude.
Well, what's wrong with it, Ma? I just want the money.
Why?
Because I want to be financially independent.
Are you thinking of retiring by the time you reach 20?
Papa, darling, let's not discuss it. If you want to give me a present, I'll appreciate it. But if you want to give me money, I'll appreciate it even more. I have to babysit. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Molly, find out how much a cashmere sweater with pushed-up sleeves costs, and I'll give Rosalie the cash.
Not at all. Not at all.
What's the matter, Molly?
I don't understand it. I don't understand it. What is this financial independence and the babysitting and the tutoring and the babysitting and cash instead of presents? It's not my Rosalie at all. I don't recognize her.
Who can recognize a modern teenager, Molly? They live on a different planet. When I was Rosalie's age, I wasn't a teenager. We didn't have teenagers then.
Jake? Jake, it's something. Jake, it's something, mark my words. It's more than it appears.
Molly, if I may say one word, I'll tell you exactly what it is.
Hi.
Sammy, what are you getting Rosie for her birthday?
I got her the complete works of Shelley in 1 volume, leather bound.
Take it back.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
It's not nothing, it's something. If you could turn Shelley back into cash, your sister would appreciate it even more. We all got the same instruction. I'm about to tell your mother the reason.
So what's the reason?
Your grandfather had the reputation of being the stingiest man in the town.
My grandfather?
Yes, your grandfather. Your father himself told me.
A generous man he was.
David, please.
That I know. I remember once when I came
David. So?
So your grandfather's character skipped a few generations and landed finally on Rosie. Why, she's a throwback. Her love for money is obvious.
Jake, please.
I know why she's trying to save money.
You know in your silence?
Well, I promised Rosie I wouldn't say anything about it because I didn't think she was serious. She wrote me a letter a couple of weeks ago at college and informed me she had to have an operation.
What?
An operation, Jake, an operation. And she didn't confide in her mother? Jake, it's appendix. She looked green all day.
Sammy, we have a right to know.
I'm going to call my salary doctor immediately.
Will you listen to me, please? She's not sick. She's just worried about her nose.
I know.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she wants to have an operation on her nose.
Rosalie broke her nose?
You separated her septums?
No, Ma, she just wants to have a plastic job done on her nose.
So what's wrong with Rosalie's nose? David, you see something wrong with Rosalie's nose? Why does she want to change her nose?
Because she doesn't think she's pretty. She had a better nose.
I never heard of such a ridiculous thing in my life.
That's exactly why she didn't confide in you or Mama. She knew you'd object.
That's why she's saving money.
I'm bothered and I'm bewildered. I'm bewildered and I'm bothered. What's wrong with Rosalie's nose?
A picture of a nose. A button.
That's not the point. It's what Rosie thinks that's important. She's got an inferiority complex. She thinks she's an ugly duckling.
Our beautiful Rosalie a duckling? I gave her a complex. I made her inferior. Such a beautiful girl, and I made her inferior.
Molly, please. The child has a nonsensical idea that her nose doesn't fit her face, and you're blaming yourself?
I am. Did we ever give her a compliment? It's always Rosalie, take off the lipstick. Rosalie, don't wear high heels. Rosalie, fix your hair. Rosalie, don't eat candy. It'll spoil your complexion. Nag, nag, nag.
And how many times I called her monkey face? Maybe she thought I meant it.
Don't worry. I'll put my foot down about the nose, and it'll all be finished and forgotten.
You put your foot down, Papa, and you'll be making an awful big mistake. Mama's right. Somewhere along the way, she must have lost confidence in herself.
I'm the guilty one.
No, Ma, we all had a hand in it.
So, college professor, what's your suggestion?
Well, you got to try and build up her ego. Make her button, pretty. Then maybe she'll forget all about this nose business.
Oh, Emily, your words are pearls. Pearls. Rosalie didn't come down yet?
She'll be down in a minute, Ma.
Now, look, I want only sweetness and gentleness when Rosalie comes down. Our behavior to Rosalie must be pure psychology.
You're wasting your time, Molly. Let me put my foot down once and for all.
I forbid it, Jake. I forbid it. Rosalie's subconscious psyche is too dear to me. I don't want her to get a trauma.
Ma, I hope you're not having too big a supper tonight because I have to rush off in 15 minutes on a babysitting job.
Eat, Rosie. The baby can wait.
Listen, I don't mind if Rosalie don't eat such a big supper. I wanted to preserve her beautiful figure.
Some figure.
You can say it again.
You will of the wisp. Jay, darling, did you tell Rosalie about the letter you got this A.M.?
Letter?
Yeah. Where he says he's sorry we don't live in New York because Rosalie could be his model?
No. No, I didn't tell her.
That's exactly what Mendel wrote to Papa.
Mr. Mendel always exaggerated, Ma. That's why he's such a good salesman.
Rosalie, darling, you have to learn to take compliments without suspicions. After all, what interior motive could Mendel have?
None, I guess.
How are you getting along in school, Rosie?
Not too bad, I guess.
Not too bad. Can you imagine? Not too bad with all straight B's.
And with all the straight B's and your delicious personality.
Uncle David, you better stop it. You're going to give me a swelled head.
Wouldn't hurt if you'd swell up a little bit. Oh, telephone. It's not for me. I'm not expecting. Bob Selwyn.
Hello? Bob? Which Bob? Oh, Bob Selwyn. Fine. How are you? Oh, well, I don't know about Friday night. I'm babysitting.
Jay, you can also put a word in here and there.
All right. Don't give me instructions.
Well, Saturday, okay. Well, whatever you'd like to do. I saw that one. All right, what time will you pick me up? Fine, I'll be ready. Goodbye. That was Bob Selwyn.
Bob Selwyn?
Mrs. Selwyn's son. Isn't she a friend of yours?
Surely I have a nodding acquaintance with her in the supermarket.
Funny he should call and ask me for a date. I see him in school every day, and he doesn't even seem to notice me.
Well, there's always a first time.
Saw him in school today, and he seemed to look right through me.
On the contrary. Maybe today, for the first time, he saw you as you are.
Remember, Jake, when you threw an eye at me for the first time?
I was coming to that, Molly. I passed your mother on the street a dozen times with just a hello and goodbye. But the dozen and first time, she hit me like a bolt from the blue. Who can explain it?
It's chemicals.
Absolutely.
Chemicals.
What attracts one person to another is a very subtle thing.
Very subtle.
It's hard to put your finger on it. It's not a figure. It's not skin. It's not hair. It's not a nose. Why, in particular, it's not a nose. Why, the nose is the most unimportant.
Eat your soup. No, Mama, darling, let him finish.
I'm finished.
Well, I'm not. This has been a very delicious supper. Chopped liver sprinkled with compliments, chicken soup salted with compliments, and don't think for one moment I don't know what this is all about. Thank you, Sammy, for telling them.
Shake.
What did I say? Did I say something, David? Did I say something, Sammy? Did I?
You had to say nose. Not once, but 3 times. Rosie, so don't cry. Rosie, if you cry, we won't be able to talk.
I don't want to talk, Ma. I've made up my mind.
About what? All I got was secondhand.
You know about what, Ma? I'm going to have a plastic operation on my nose, and that's final.
Oh, so it's final, then it's final. But one question can I ask? Why?
Can't you see why?
No, I can't see why. Enlighten me.
You wouldn't understand.
I wouldn't understand.
I'm your daughter. If I'm not the perfect child, I'm almost perfect as far as you're concerned. But I know, Ma. Every time I look in the mirror, I know. I could be pretty, Ma, if I didn't have this nose.
Somebody said something to you in school?
Nobody had to say anything. I can see. I have eyes. I've always hated my nose. For years, I've hated it.
So why didn't you say something before?
I'm saying something now.
Rosalie, I'm giving you an ultimatum. You're a very foolish child.
Oh, am I, Ma? Is that why the whole family was trying to convince me tonight how gorgeous I am?
We were only trying to...
You were only trying to inflate my ego. I know. Well, that just proves that nobody really thinks I am attractive.
Rosalie,
An attractive girl doesn't need anybody to build up her ego.
Rosalie, you're just going through a stage.
It's not going to do any good to talk about it, Ma. I've made up my mind. I'm going to have a plastic operation on my nose, and that's final. I was going to tell you eventually anyway, because I'm still a minor and I need my parents' consent.
Rosalie, to get your father's consent is not going to be easy.
Mama, darling, you could talk him into it.
I'm not so sure that I want to.
Well, I'm going to have it done one way or another, Ma. I want a new nose. I made an appointment Wednesday afternoon at 4 o'clock with Dr. George Harris. He's a wonderful plastic surgeon, Ma. Irene's mother went to him, and he made her look beautiful.
I'll talk to your father. More than that I can do. Wouldn't care if the girl didn't have a nose. Girl has a nose that's a picture.
Well, Madame Freud?
Immovable. She's like an immovable object. She wants a new nose, period. So she made an appointment Wednesday with Dr. Harris for a consultation.
Well, my teenage miss is going to have a consultation with me right this minute.
Jack, please.
Molly, this foolishness is no longer a laughing matter.
It's more serious than you think, Pa. It's a dangerous thing to frustrate her by trying to shout her down.
I'm not going to shout. I'm going to say no quietly but firmly.
Hello, I would like the telephone number to George Harris. Thank you.
Who are you calling?
Her doctor.
What for?
Hello? Hello, is this Dr. Harris? Well, you don't know me, but this is Mrs. Goldberg speaking. Yes, and I'm speaking in reference to my daughter, Rosalie. Well, she made an appointment with you for Wednesday at 4, and I'd like to see you Tuesday at 3. In reference to same, the nose. What time? 2:30 will also be convenient for me. Thank you.
What are you consulting him for? She's not going out of this house.
Jake, will you listen to me, please?
I listened enough. I know for a fact that a child needs permission from her parents for such an operation.
Now the question is, should you or should you not give the permission?
Is there any doubt about it?
Jay, don't be such a hasty pudding. Wait till we hear what the doctor has to say.
Sure. What does the doctor care? Every nose to him is a fee. He's not a father. He doesn't know how I feel.
Not how you feel or how I feel. How does Rosalie feel?
Molly.
Jay, I'd rather she had a scar on her nose than a scar on her subconscious. So you see, Doctor, and don't think I'm talking like a mother. You see, my whole Rosalie's personality is in her nose. So just look on this side, she's Leslie Caron. And here she's Audrey Hepburn. What is your diagnosis?
I don't understand this. She's a charming young lady.
Naturally, of course she's a charming young lady. But, Doctor, she got it in her head that she's an ugly duckling.
Have you discussed the matter with her?
Well, naturally.
Well, you know, of course, that she needs your permission to have an operation.
Well, a child in her teenagers is very delicate. And I'm a little worried about disturbing her subconscious trauma. That's why I'm here, Doctor. You see, I know it'll be cutting your nose off to help me, but you have to talk her out of it.
I'll try, but I may not succeed.
Then try again, Doctor. Doctor, spare my Rosalie's nose.
I'll do my very best.
Thank you, Doctor. And I hope my Rosalie's nose won't be a complete loss to you, Doctor. I know many noses I can recommend.
Thank you. I have all the patients I can handle. Now, don't you worry about your daughter. If it's humanly possible to discourage her, I will.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. You're most kind.
No.
Jake, the 0 hour is approaching. Rosalie will be downstairs in a minute. We're going to the doctor, so give your permission.
No.
Jake, stubborn? Don't be stubborn, Jake.
Stubborn? I'm being cautious. Suppose I give my permission and the doctor can't talk her out of it, then what?
Leave it to the doctor, Jake. They take a special course in talking patients out of sicknesses that they don't have. He'll know how to handle her.
Jake, let Rosalie think that her nose is her own and she can do with it what she pleases. That's psychology, Jake. Shh. Rosalie? Rosalie, Papa wishes a word with you.
Rosalie?
Yes, Pa?
Your mother and I have discussed your nose at great length. And we've decided that since you've made up your mind and are immovable on the subject, we will not stand in your way. We give you permission to do with your nose as you wish.
Oh, thank you, Papa, darling. Thanks, Mama, darling.
And if you needed an uncle's permission, you can have mine also.
Thank you, Uncle David. Come on, Ma.
Jake, don't worry. I assure you, Rosie will come back with the same nose she's leaving with.
Come on, Ma.
Coming. Goodbye, Jake, darling. Goodbye. Rosalie, open the magazine. Nervous, Rosalie?
Little bit.
Oh, that's Zsa Gabor, huh? Maybe the doctor can give you her nose.
She's beautiful.
Well, maybe Ingrid Bergman's nose would be better for your personality, Rosalie.
We'll see what the doctor says.
Oh, of course, we wouldn't do anything without the doctor say so. Rosalie, you listen very carefully to what the doctor has to say.
You don't seem at all nervous, Ma.
Well, why should I be nervous?
Well, you certainly were upset when I first told you about it.
I was, and I still am upset. But Papa and I decided if that's what you want, that's what it'll be.
Dr. Harris is not going to talk me out of this, Ma.
Why should he even try?
Because you told him to.
I told him.
Mama, darling, I've been living with you for 17 years. I don't know when you saw him. It might have been yesterday or the day before, but you saw him. That's why Papa gave me permission, because you were going to have the doctor talk me out of it.
Rosalie, I'm your mother, and listen to me. Rosalie, you're not an actress in a magazine. And for all normal purposes, you're pretty enough.
Ma, you gave me your permission, and Papa gave me his. Now, let's not talk about it anymore.
You can go in now. Are you Miss Rosalie Goldberg?
Yes, Doctor.
And I'm her mother.
I'll be with you in a few minutes.
Something I can get for you? A little water, something?
No, thank you.
You're one of the doctor's patients?
Yes. He did a beautiful job on your nose. Thank you. He did a beautiful job on yours, too. This is my own. It is. It's lovely. I wish I had my own nose back.
But you look beautiful.
Beautiful? I'm in such trouble I don't know what to do.
Can't be so bad.
It's terrible. I just came from my family doctor. I'm going to have a baby. My husband doesn't know about my nose. And he's so handsome. He has a lovely Grecian profile.
What do you mean?
Don't you see how embarrassing it will be if the baby is born with my old nose? My husband will know. Married me because he thought I was so beautiful. And I deceived him.
He married you because he loved you. And no matter whose nose the baby has, he'll still love you.
No. I'm going to tell him. That's why I've come to the doctor. I'm going to get my before and after pictures, and I'll show them to my husband. And let him do what he likes. Take my advice, young lady. When you get your new nose, don't keep it a dark secret. Just shout it out to the world. Someday you'll meet a man and you'll fall in love with him. You tell him the truth right away. It may disillusion him. You may lose him. But it's better to lose him before marriage than after. You just can't go around telling
You have to
immediately believe me.
All right, Rosalie, you're next.
Never mind. Ma, I don't want to go through with this. I don't want to do
You
it.
sure?
I'm positive, Ma, please. I'll wait for you outside.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. I'm glad she came to her senses by herself.
Yes, I'm glad, too.
Oh, I have to get up very early in the morning to fool my Rosalie. She knew that I came to see you, and she never would have let you talk her out.
I doubt it, too.
Lucky for us that this beautiful lady came in.
And told you she was going to have a baby.
Yes.
I want you to meet my wife.
Your wife?
How do you do?
Meet Mrs. Harris.
How do you do?
So nice to meet you.
There's more than one way to discourage a teenager.
Oh, you're wonderful. Thank you. You mean to say that that was all make-believe?
Mrs. Harris used to be an actress.
Oh, beautiful performance and a beautiful nose.
Oh, thank you. I'll run along now. I'll see you tonight, darling. Goodbye.
Goodbye and thank you. Doctor, can I ask you one question?
Certainly.
Was that your nose or her nose?
Well, I can state for a certainty that it's not my nose. On the other hand, I'm not too sure that it's hers either.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rosalie. Happy birthday to you. Come on, blow it out.
Blow him out.
Hey! Oh,
This is the most wonderful birthday party I ever had, Sammy. Thank you for Shelley.
I'm glad you
And
liked
Uncle
it.
David, thanks for the beautiful sweater. I love it.
Cashmere.
And Mama, darling, Papa, darling, the watch is beautiful.
17 jewels for your 17th birthday.
Thank you, thank you.
No, Rosalie, isn't this all better than a new nose?
You know, Mama, darling, I've been thinking about it, and now I realize what's the matter with my face. It's not my nose, it's my hair.
Oh, you're not going to start that
I
again,
mean it. I'm going to
Rosie.
cut it all off short.
Rosalie, I forbid it. A woman's hair is a crowning glory.
Jake, darling, don't forbid it. A nose can grow back, but hair? Rosie, darling, cut your hair long, short, Italian, parakeet, gammon, brush away, sweep away. Cut it, Rosalie, to your heart's content.